Have you ever taken a medication for a condition only to find out that the symptoms return once you stop taking the pills? In this episode, we'll explore why taking medication doesn't necessarily make the underlying condition go away and what you can do to manage the chronic condition long term. I'll see you on the inside. Hello there. Want an amazing sex life? This free gift is going to give you more sex by helping you get harder and lasting longer. Let's talk about the most sensitive subject, the effect that aging has on your sex life. If you're over 40, there's about 67% chance that you have to deal with one or more of these issues. You sometimes go soft in the middle of sex. You sometimes have trouble lasting long enough to climax. Your erection just doesn't feel as hard as it used to be, and your penis is not as sensitive as it used to be. You cannot reach orgasm or ejaculate. You sometimes have trouble getting an erection. These things lead to frustration and embarrassment when you cannot please your partner. My name is Dr. Ann Truong, and I've been treating men for issues like this for over 25 years. As a board-certified medical doctor who specializes in men's health, I helped over 7,000 men reverse the effect of ED. As a way to introduce you to the ED treatment that I offer, I want to give you the most incredible free gift ever. But don't let the fact that it's free gift fool you. This powerful gift will help you get harder and stay and last longer, and may just revolutionize your sex life, making sex more exciting, more thrilling, and an amazing experience again. How is that? So here's what you're going to get in this most incredible free gift. Number one, a good morning wood smoothie recipe. This is my specially formulated antioxidant recipe that will help you get harder and stay and stimulating more blood flow. It is formulated to increase your nitrous oxide level, which is one of the biggest keys to making you harder and firmer more often, and will also help you last longer. It is filled with lots of greens that create more nitrous oxide in your blood. This smoothie will give you that morning wood effect and will also make you harder on demand when you need it most. And you'll see the effect in about several weeks. Number two, nitrous oxide testing strip. You will also get 2 of these strips, which you will use along with simple instructions to test your nitrous oxide level in your saliva. Nitrous oxide is a gas in your body and is required for good blood flow to the organ. The strip can determine if your nitrous oxide are deficient, which can help us advise you on the best way to reverse your ED. Even more important, since ED is an early warning sign of problems with circulation and heart health, this can also be a great way to prevent heart-related problems such as strokes and heart attacks. Number three, and the best part of all, a 30-day free trial access to the Modern Man Club. As part of our mission to make men hard again, we launched the Modern Man Club as a way to provide education and support to a community of men who's on the path to reversing their ED, with pre-recorded and live session being offered every week. I will help men regain sexual health through training, support. I will be there all the way with you to hold your hand through, so that way you can overcome ED and have your best sex life. Members rave about this session and the sense of community they gain by being a member of the Modern Man Club. And all you have to do is to say maybe to this offer. And once you say maybe, you will be on your way to a more fulfilling and exciting sex life. So all you have to do is fill down the form below, and then I will see you on the inside. This podcast is for you, the modern man. I'm Dr. Ann Truong, your host. I'm an intimate health medical doctor and best-selling author of the book, Erectile Dysfunction Fix. I'll do a deep dive into sexual health and performance and how it affects men of all ages and backgrounds. So let's get started, and be sure to visit my website at sexualhealthformenpodcast.com for more information and resources from the show. See you on the inside. Hi there, I'm Dr. Ann Truong, and today I'm going to talk about why taking a medication does not really cure your condition. It actually sometimes can make it worse, but you may be under the misunderstanding that you're much better. So let's dive in. Let me tell you a story. Last week, I was seeing a patient, let's call him Dan, and he came to see me for ED. He is 68 years old. He's had ED now for about 5 years. And he tells me that he has high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and diabetes. And he takes two medications for his blood pressure, two medications for his diabetes, and one medication for his cholesterol. And I tell him, I said, well, how long have you had high blood pressure and high cholesterol? And he said, no, I don't have it. I took medication and I don't have high blood pressure and high cholesterol anymore. My blood looks good. And as well as my diabetes, he said, my blood sugar, my hemoglobin A1C is about 7, but it used to be 10. But I don't have diabetes anymore. I don't have high blood pressure or high cholesterol. Now, is he correct in saying that? If he doesn't have high cholesterol and high blood pressure and diabetes, he continued to have ED. Even when he takes Viagra or Cialis, it used to work, but then now after a couple of years, it doesn't do anything. And the last time he said he had an erection was at least about 2 years ago. And him and his wife had not had intercourse in at least 2 years. He came to see me seeking help. And the first thing I usually do when I see a patient with ED is to get a really good history, see what he's tried. And what I find out, and most of the patient I see, they tried at least two medication, at least one or two other supplements, which they think will help. It doesn't get better. And most of the time after medication, about maybe 1 to 3 years, it doesn't work anymore. And why is that? It doesn't work anymore because the problem that was causing him to have ED was never addressed. But he thinks that because he takes medication for high blood pressure and high cholesterol diabetes, he no longer has that condition. Well, that is farthest from the truth. Let's discuss about this point why taking medication does not cure you of your condition. And this is often misunderstood by many people, the idea that taking medication doesn't make the underlying condition go away. Many people assume that if you take a medication that they're good, they have nothing to worry about. Medication are only designed to treat the symptoms of a condition or illness, but they do not necessarily cure the underlying problem. For example, if you have high blood pressure, taking blood pressure medication will lower the blood pressure and prevent the complication of high blood pressure, such as a heart attack or a stroke, but it doesn't necessarily cure the root cause of why you have high blood pressure. And why is that? Because if you don't take the medication anymore, your condition return, and sometimes it may even worsen. And that not all medication work the same for everyone. Some need a different kind of medication, some need a combination of medication. And we know that if you change your diet, your exercise, and stress, you can actually affect your blood pressure. So even if you take medication, you should still work on the diet and the exercise and stress management, keeping your weight under control. And therefore, your blood pressure may be controlled because if you don't, your blood pressure may still be high. That's when you may need two or three different medications. So it's important to remember that you can still have high blood pressure when you're taking medication, but then if you add lifestyle modification to it, you may impact your blood pressure better, but you still have high blood pressure because if you're off the medication, your high blood pressure return unless you lose weight, you change your diet significantly, and you exercise. And I have seen that happen where I will see a man for ED and I advise that he change his diet, stop the processed food, stop the carb, stop the bread and the pasta, exercise more, sleep better, stop the smoking. What we see is that we see his testosterone level increasing, we see his erection increase, his morning erection return, and he's able to get a better erection just by doing just a few things that really move the needle significantly in lowering the blood pressure and lowering the blood sugar, because high blood pressure and high sugar and high cholesterol cause inflammation of the endothelium of the blood vessel, which is the lining of the blood vessel. And when that endothelium is inflamed, nitrous oxide production is impaired. And therefore, when that is impaired, the blood vessel is not as elastic as it used to be. And then you start having plaque buildup, and therefore, decreased blood flow to the organ and eventually the penis blood vessel. So there are many conditions where taking medication does not cure the underlying problem, such as diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and asthma. Now, the most effective way to manage chronic conditions such as this is, like what I said earlier, is to diet, exercise, and lifestyle modification. Now, there are instances where you take a medication and it does cure the problem, such as when you have an infection, like bacteria infection. You take antibiotic, and the antibiotic eliminate the bacteria infection, and the infection is gone, and the person is considered cured. But medication is not a cure-all, and that taking medication is just one part of an overall treatment plan, and that you need to take an active role in managing your health and doing just little things such as watching what you eat and decreasing the processed food and the carbohydrate, and even just walking about 30 minutes a day will go a long way, not only for your sexual health, but also for your general health as well as your longevity. And just know that I am your biggest fan, that I want you to know that your sexual health can be treated, can be reversed, and that you can live the rest of your life with sexual vitality. I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for listening to the Sexual Health for Men podcast. If you love this episode, then please take a screenshot on your phone and post it on Facebook, Instagram, or wherever you post. And be sure to tag me and let me know why you like this episode and what you like to hear in the future. That will help me know what's great for you, and I would love to give you the most incredible free gift designed to help you improve performance quickly. Go to my website at sexualhealthformenpodcast.com to get the book, The 5 Common Costly Mistakes Men Make When Facing ED. I would appreciate it if you subscribe, leave a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen, and just know that you can have sexual vitality for life. I appreciate you. Until next time.